Hello everyone, welcome back, and today's video is about money tree. Its botanical name is PACHIRA aquatica. Again, it's a tropical plant native to Central and South America, and in its natural habitat, this plant can grow up to 60 feet tall. However, as a house plant, they usually grow up to 6 to 8 feet and these plants are famous for their distinctive braided trunks and palm-made leaves, which you can see come out from a single point, and they just have like 5 to 6 leaves on each branch or each trunk. And these are considered to be as lucky plant according to Feng Shui. They bring a lot of good luck, prosperity, and positive energy in your home. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to repot money tree, as well as I'm going to throw some light on how you can take care of this plant once you bring them home. So stay tuned. Welcome back. So if you are planning to purchase a money tree, here are some tips I'm going to share it with you. You should always look for leaves of the plant. If they are looking more vibrant, green, and have glossy appearance, always go for those plants. Avoid plants with yellow or brown leaves, as this can indicate a lack of water or nutrients. Always check the stems of the plants before buying it. In case of money tree, you should always make sure that stems are firm and free from any cracks and discoloration. Avoid plants with soft mushy stems, as this can indicate rot or disease. And at last, if possible, gently lift the plant out of its pot to check the roots. Healthy roots should be white or light brown in color and firm to touch. Avoid plants with brown or black roots, or those who have like foul smell in it. Just avoid them. So these are few tips before purchasing a money tree. Now I'm going to talk about how to take care of the plant. So for the light requirements, again I would say since they are the tropical plants, they prefer bright indirect light. If possible, you just find a spot in your home close to an east facing window or a north facing window where they can get enough bright indirect light throughout the day. However, if you expose them to morning sun for 1 or 2 hours coming from the blinds or curtains, that would be great for this plant. It's gonna say thanks to you, but keep in mind, don't expose them in too much harsh sun. It will scorch the leaves and you would see brown spots on the leaves. And for the temperature, I would say that they do well in temperature between 60 to 75 degree Fahrenheit, or let's say 15 to 24 degrees Celsius. However, they love warm and humid conditions since they are the tropical plants. I would say you should avoid placing them close to the cold drafts or heat sources. Checking the soil before watering your plant is always a great idea to avoid any overwatering. So I would say there are 3 ways you can know when your plant is thirsty. First is you can place your finger or a popsicle stick 2-3 inches down in the soil. If it comes out clear, which means your plant is thirsty, water it right away. But if you see some soil sticking around your finger or the popsicle stick or any stick, which means it has moisture in it, you can avoid watering for a few days and later on you can water your plant. The second method can be you just lift up the pot. If it feels light in weight, which means again your plant is thirsty, you can water it. And the third method is by using a moisture meter. It's a great device. It is going to help you a lot. If the reading is showing towards the drier side, which means your plant is thirsty, you need to water your plant. So these are the 3 methods. You can pick either. And for watering, I would say these plants need deep thorough watering, which means whenever you water your plant, your money tree, just water it from all the sides. Let the water drain out from the drainage holes. Wait for a couple of minutes or seconds. Let the water drain out completely. Let the roots have all the moisture. So shallow watering is not going to help to money tree. in this case you need to water them thoroughly and try to avoid overwatering your plant, which means have a certain gap between the two waterings. So once you have watered it, your plant thoroughly, just wait for a week or 10 days, then later on you can water it. And the best part with money tree is that it contains the excess water in its braided stem, so in case you neglect or you forget to water it, they are going to be fine. As far as humidity is concerned, I would say that these are the tropical plants, humidity loving plants. You can spray around the leaves, you can mist around the leaves, or you can use a pebble tray or a humidifier to increase the humidity levels. And again, like the other plants, they are not really big feeders. However, you can fertilize them once in a growing season during spring and summer with any balanced liquid fertilizer, and they are going to love it. And if you see any yellowing leaf during winter times, it's pretty normal. They kind of don't like the cold weather, so the leaves might turn yellow or they just shut their leaves down. It's pretty normal. But if you see during spring or summer times yellowing leaf, then it could be an indication possibly you are watering too much to your plant, or they are getting a little bit of light. So you can rectify the problem and just solve accordingly. If it's the overwatering condition, then just hold on to watering for some time. And if it needs really sunlight, so expose them to the morning sun if possible. Or in other case, if you see any browning leaves, it might be because of the too little water, or you are exposing them in too much of sunlight. So you need to see and you need to find out. If you see any pest attack like spider mite or mealybugs, that could possibly be because of the overwatering. Otherwise, these plants, I haven't seen any issues with this plant, so except the overwatering or underwatering condition. So but still, if you see any pest attack, then you can treat them with neem oil, a spray bottle, and fill it up with water. Add 3-4 drops of dish soap, and in it you can add few drops of neem oil and just spray around the leaves. If you see any spider mite or any pest attack, you can treat it that way. And now I'm going to show you how to repot your money. So money tree typically need to be repotted every 2 years. However, the frequency of repotting can vary depending on the factors such as the size of the plant, the size of the pot, or the growth rate of the plant. There could be some signs you can know that your plant needs to be repotting, like if the plant is outgrowing its current pot or becoming root bound, or the soil of the pot is depleted, compacted, or not draining well, or other reason can be like the plant is top heavy or leaning towards one side, or the roots are really growing through the drainage holes in the pot. So these could be some signs which can indicate your plant needs to be repotted. However, if you just have bought the money tree and it's still in a nursery container and you want to repot it, you can wait about a month and then later on you can repot it. I'm going to show you here in this video. See, like this plant, it was in a nursery container and probably the roots were coming out from the drainage holes. I'm going to repot it. All I need for repotting is just good well draining soil and probably a planter an inch or 2 inches larger in size than the previous one, with good drainage holes. So money tree, basically they love well draining soil. You can add 60% coco coir or peat base mixture, and in it you can use 20% perlite or coarse sand, whichever is available to you, and 20% vermiculite or good compost. And there you go. I'm gonna mix all the ingredients well, and my well draining soil is ready. Here a point to remember is that avoid using any heavy potting soil, because they are going to retain too much of moisture and which can lead to root rot, and your plant is gonna hate it. So, and now I'm gonna gently tap at the bottom of the planter and just gently, carefully, I'm trying to pull out the plant from the planter, and there you go. And you can see that it has developed the root system. I'm not going to disturb the root system at all, since it was in a nursery container. The soil is also pretty good and new, so all I need to do is I'm just gonna pot it in the other container. So, and now I'm pre-moistening the soil little bit. And now I'm going to fill the new container, new pot, with a little bit of soil, 2-3 inches down in the bottom. And now I'm gonna place this new plant in its new home. I'm gonna backfill the soil, making sure that no air pockets left. I'm gonna fill it around with soil and press it down gently. Now it's time to water it. I'm gonna water it from all the sides. Water it deeply and thoroughly, and letting all the excess water drain out from the drainage holes. And once the repotting is done, find a nice bright spot where you can place your plant and it can grow well. Avoid keeping them even for the morning sun for a couple of days once you have repotted your plant. Last, I would say money trees are excellent, beautiful, magnificent plants which can bring a lot of green lush to your space. You can keep them in your offices, in your homes. You just need to take care of few things. Just give them right amount of water, right amount of light. Give them little bit of fertilizer. I have been keeping my plant for over 4 years and it's doing great. And if you really find this video helpful, give a thumbs up, do subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Till then, stay happy and happy planting.